have a dressage whip in me, and you're probably wondering why I dressage whip them, because I'm wearing spurs. My spurs are basically primarily it's either back up my leg or my power steering. If I got a horse that'll sticky footed, I'm going to use a crop or something, but I'm not going to use my spurs. A lot of times you take a green horse, and if you use your spurs, try to get them forward, they'll liable to back up or do something. You're not going to get the results you want. Now my tarp I got, right now I got it off where I can ride in between the wall and the tarp without us getting into the wall. Now first thing I'll do when I get on him is, like you see me do everything, get control of his mouth and everything. Yesterday was funny because I took too much for granted. I thought Dana's rode him a few more times here. First thing I do, put my hat on, solid, just in case. So I'm gonna pin him. Laterally, right there, that back's coming up. Feel it? Grab him on vertical. Now, since his back is up, I'm going to just ask him to walk off a little bit. Don't put no pressure on him right now, because I'm not going to wear him out if I run him around before I ride him. Y'all know I don't do that. I'm going to sit here and just stretch him out, give him that hip over a little bit. Now when I get moving that hip, I'm going to use my calf first, heel second, and if I have to, I'll roll my spur. I'm not going to jab him, I'm going to roll it. Like right there, he's a little sticky. I'm just going to roll that spur. Right there, he gives, I'm going to take it off of him. That's where stop. He's not allowed to walk through my hands. I'm going to full pick up. Now you notice I turned him right in back on this tarp. I'm not going to ride 30 feet. I'm going to be right here on top of it. Right back on it. Now if he was even spooking around, I would be doing the same thing. And sure, he might move that front end around real quick, but I'll be giving him leg and I'll be teaching him how to, I'm going to take it away from him and teach him how to move around quick, like that, and off that leg. In other words, I'm going to use his spookiness to my advantage. Of course, today he's not being spooky. When you're working on obstacles, you never cut like I just came that far away from it. Don't do that. Don't get that far. Stay right here on it. Let them see it all the time. I'm not going to let a horse that's never seen a spooky object to hit before, I'm not going to let it walk up there and just smell it and then take another step and smell it. I'm going to get their feet moving. And yesterday, that's how I decided to film this morning. He didn't want that tarp. Now I played with him a little bit yesterday, and now he's going right on. I didn't want to play with it too much yesterday because I wanted him to be like he was yesterday, because he was typical. His feet stalled out. He didn't want no part of it. So I just rolled around it, kept his feet moving. So let's say I'm going to have to make the lead on this again. Let's say he is really super spooky about the tarp, and I got him riding between the rail and the tarp. All we do is just keep riding around the tarp. I'll put him on that tarp. I'm going to take that pressure off of me. So if he was spooky, I just try to ride as close around this tarp as I can, keeping that nose bit to it. And as I ride along, I keep moving closer and closer. And at some point, like right there, if we're close, I just bend his nose and then right over the tarp. I might just be touching a corner of it at first. I had a lesson yesterday with the Arab, and that's how we got it over the bridge, teeter-totters. So I wish I'd make it more difficult, but it is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for it because, you know, people make comments about how mean the horses I handle get along and how it's so easy for me to do things. This is the key. There's no magic. I'm not no Houdini. I get leadership. First thing I did with him yesterday was get control of his hip, bending a little bit from the ground. Then I got on him, and then like on the tarp, I didn't panic about it. I just got his feet moving. I think Dana put a few minutes of it on Facebook last night, because she filmed that. But that's what it is. The whole thing is leadership. If you get these horses confident in you and handle them, it's no problem. You can go long ways quickly and know when to back off of them and when not to. You know, I hear so many times, well, I'm stressing my poor little horsey out. Well, who's really stressed, the horse or you? You know, and the horse has got to learn how to, just like us, they need to learn how to handle that stress level. So you can't, you know, I'm lucky this morning. He went over that real good. So I'll be doing something else with him here in a little bit. But most time it is that simple. Very seldom. I watched a guy one time, 2 episodes on RFD, get a horse on the tarp, and in the very last episode he finally did it. And he's patting himself on the back, and I'm thinking, guy, you should have had that damn horse on that tarp 15 minutes in the first episode, because the horse wasn't that bad. You know, it's not hard. If you get control of their feet, don't let them walk away far from it. Get their feet moving up. Sometimes quicker if you give them a trot, and they will turn around onto it. But don't let them avoid it. That's the whole thing. Don't let them get way far. Keep that nose right up there on it. So anyhow, be true to the horse. They'll be true to you. And first and foremost, because you can't do the other without being true to yourself. So please be true to yourself. If you get over your head, ask somebody. Don't fool yourself. No matter what it is in life or horses. So God bless and take care.